Chicago Fire just hit us with one of the most gut-wrenching episodes of Season 14 so far. Mercy isn't just a story about flames tearing through a house. It's about loss, guilt, resilience, and the family you find when the smoke clears. Firehouse 51 isn't just responding to a call this week. They're responding to one of their own. And if you didn't feel that lump in your throat when Herrmann stood in front of his burning home, you might want to check your pulse. Let's break down what really went down, why it hit so hard, and what this episode tells us about where Season 14 is heading. And hey, if you've got thoughts on how Herrmann handled that loss or what you'd do in his shoes, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear how that final scene landed for you. The episode wastes no time throwing us right into the chaos. Herrmann's at home, marking his kid's height on the wall. One of those little, peaceful moments this show loves to destroy right before tragedy strikes. Minutes later, his house is engulfed in flames, and 51 is racing to the scene. What follows is pure panic. Herrmann charges inside, calling out for his daughter Annabelle, convinced she's trapped inside. The camera follows his desperation, and for a second we believe she's really in there. Then Cindy arrives, breathless, terrified, telling Severide that Annabelle actually went to school. The relief is instant, but it doesn't erase the horror of what Herrmann's just lost. Everything that made that house a home is gone. That image, Herrmann standing in front of his burning house, realizing his memories are turning to ash, is the kind of heartbreak Chicago Fire does best. It's not just about the physical loss. It's about the emotional wreckage. And it ripples through the firehouse. Mouch immediately steps up, finding a place for the family to stay. Stella and Severide gather essentials. But as everyone tries to help, Herrmann's stuck in that survivor's guilt spiral, wondering if he could have done something different, if maybe it was his fault. Meanwhile, the episode quietly builds out some strong side arcs. Isaiah, still struggling after his mom's relapse, sees himself in Herrmann's kids. That empathy creates distance between him and Stella, but it pulls him closer to Severide. And honestly, that father-son energy they've got going is beautiful to watch. It's giving early season Severide Casey vibes, but with a more grounded edge. And while all that emotion is unfolding, Violet and Novak's training storyline keeps things balanced with some much-needed levity. Herrmann was supposed to help them lead those firefighter-to-paramedic sessions, but instead, Cap, who's terrified of needles, has to step in. And what's their first call? An acupuncture emergency. You can't make this stuff up. The comic timing there is classic Chicago Fire, reminding us that even in tragedy, life keeps throwing curveballs. The ending scene is where everything comes full circle. Herrmann hands Cindy her mother's wedding ring, salvaged by Mouch from the wreckage. It's a tiny moment, but it's huge. That ring becomes a symbol of everything they've lost and everything they still have. And just like that, the show reminds us what makes 51 special. It's not the trucks, not the fires. It's the family. The people who show up when your whole world burns down. Still, there's a cloud hanging over this. Herrmann asked Severide to look into the cause of the fire, and now there's talk that it might trace back to faulty wiring Herrmann did himself. If that's true, this could haunt him for the rest of the season. And knowing this show, that guilt will eat at him long before anyone else even finds out. Mercy wasn't just another case of the week. It was a reminder that even heroes can lose everything and still find a way to stand back up. Herrmann's story is heartbreaking, but it's also the emotional heartbeat of Season 14. So what did you think? Did Mercy wreck you like it did the rest of us? Do you think Herrmann's wiring mistake will come back to haunt him? Or is there more to the fire than meets the eye? Let me know your theories in the comments, and while you're there, hit that like button if you're still recovering emotionally. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. We've got breakdowns for the next episodes of Chicago Fire, Med, and PD coming up. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's next for 51.